Hello friends, welcome back to the vlog. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my September TBR. So let me start by saying that I did kind of a bad job reading in August. If you watch my August TBR, you'll notice that I did not read a lot of those books. August was just kind of a bad reading month for me. A lot of the books that I wanted to read, I didn't read. And so they're still on my TBR. So they're still kind of on my radar. But instead of regurgitating the books that I had on my August TBR, I'm going to kind of pick some new ones. So if you haven't watched my August TBR, you should go back and watch that because those are books that I am interested in reading, but I'm just not going to get into them again when I'm still interested in reading them. You know what I mean? On Monday, September 2nd, you're watching this in real time, is when I will be posting my August reading wrap-up, so you can go and watch that to see what I thought about all the books that I did read in August. But yeah, August was just a slow reading month for me because I had COVID and was pretty much worthless. I slept the entire time. I did not want to read, did not want to do any of that. And then I went on a little bit of a vacation, and I fully intended to read a lot on that vacation. But spoiler alert, I didn't read as much as I wanted to. There will also be a vlog coming in the future about that vacation, so stay tuned for that. I think generally speaking, the summer is always bad reading time for me because I get tired. You know, like it's hot outside, the vibes aren't there, I'm not sure what it is, but I didn't read a lot, needless to say. Anyway, you didn't ask for all of that spiel. Let's get into what's on my September TBR. My first book on my September TBR is the book club read for the month, which is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. It comes out on September 10th, according to Goodreads. So kind of perfect timing for that to be coming out for book club. This is a sequel to The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, which is magical realism, kids with special powers, some queer themes, super fun. Here are my thoughts on that in the August video. And so for September, we're reading its sequel. Next on the TBR, carrying over from the August TBR, is the Lord of the Rings Two Towers. Fingers crossed. I fully intend to finish my Granny Square blanket this month. So hopefully while crocheting that, I will listen to the Lord of the Rings audiobook. We have one other book carrying over from my August TBR, and that is Baby Teeth by Zoe Stage. And it's the vibes, you know, it's getting spooky time. So hopefully I will actually read this book this month. I actually started it in August and set it aside, but I know that I want to read it this month. In fact, I might make it the first book I read this month to make myself actually read this. The next book on my TBR for this month is A Good House for Children by Kate Collins. I actually got this book from a local bookshop here in Phoenix called Changing Hands Bookstore. One of the employees there recommended this to me. Said it was something that was really good that he couldn't put down, finished in one sitting, so I had to get it. Especially when it's getting spooky time, we want thrillers all day long. Sort of a ghost story, sort of a gothic tale, very inspired by gothic literature. So I am excited to see how this turns out. We have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have read Circe by Madeline Miller, and I know a lot of people who have read this and say that it is amazing, and I don't doubt it. I love Greek fantasy, Greek mythology fiction, and so I know that I will eat this up. And Madeline Miller is a beautiful writer. If you've read Circe, there are some paragraphs that are just, how did you articulate that so perfectly? And I expect The Song of Achilles to be no exception. We'll see if it's worth the hype, people. Next up, we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I really want to watch the Netflix TV show, and I can't watch the TV show until I have read the book. But also, this is a very hyped up book, so I want to see if it lives up to the hype as well. Hopefully, when I read this month in the reading wrap-up, I will compare it to the show and see what we think. The next book on my TBR is Bride by Allie Hazelwood. It's vampires, werewolves, romance. What more could you want? I'm really excited for this book, to be honest, because it's getting into Halloween time, it's getting into spooky time, and I feel like that fits the theme of still allowing me to read romance. You know, we need some love in our lives. And the last book on my September TBR is a romance book, Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna like this book. I love a cheesy romance. I'm a sucker for a cliche. However, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be into the Western theme. I may be from the South. I may live in Arizona, but I'm not a cowgirl. Okay? So I'm not really sure if it's gonna be my vibe. Have I been to the rodeo? Sure, several times. Does that mean I want to read about one? I don't know. But it's popping right now. I feel like every book talker, every booktuber, every bookstagrammer has been talking about this thing. So I'm gonna give it a try and we'll see what I think about it. Other books that might be on my radar, I might finish the Bridgerton books this month. I might finish the Throne of Glass books this month. I might read some more spooky books. There's some more romance books. More Kindle Unlimited books that are free to me. So, you know, who knows what I'll actually read. Setting TBRs is like a suggestion for yourself. If you actually read it, hey, cool. If you don't, oh well. And that is something that I live by. If you read any of these books this month, or have read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to keep the conversation going regarding these books, and make sure to stay tuned next week for my August reading wrap-up so you can see what I thought about the books that I did read in August. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like this video, subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you when I see you.